You feel it right now, don't you? That low-level hum of anxiety in the back of your mind. The feeling that you should be doing something else. You should be working. You should be learning a new language. You should be starting a side hustle. Even when you try to relax, when you sit down to watch a movie or hang out with friends, you can't fully enjoy it. There is a voice in your head whispering, "You are wasting time." We have been brainwashed into believing a lie. A lie that says your value as a human being is directly tied to your output. A lie that says if you aren't exhausted, you aren't trying hard enough. This is what we call productivity, but let's call it what it really is: anxiety disguised as ambition. In this video, I want to argue that your obsession with productivity isn't helping you succeed. It is actually destroying your creativity, ruining your mental health, and ironically, making you less productive. It is time to stop trying to be a machine. Look at the world around us. Busyness has become a status symbol. When you ask someone, "How are you?" what do they say? They don't say, "I'm happy," or "I'm peaceful." They say with a weird sense of pride, "I'm so busy. I'm slammed. I'm grinding." We wear our burnout like a badge of honor. We compete to see who sleeps the least and who drinks the most coffee. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Being busy is not the same as being productive. And being productive is not the same as being effective. The Roman philosopher Seneca noticed this 2,000 years ago. He said, "The man who is everywhere is nowhere." When you fill every single second of your day with tasks, podcasts, emails, and to-do lists, you are not optimizing your life. You are running away from it. You are using busyness as a numbing agent to avoid sitting in silence with your own thoughts. We have confused motion with action. Motion is planning, researching, and strategizing. Action is doing the thing. But toxic productivity keeps us stuck in motion, constantly preparing to live but never actually living. Let's look at the science, because your brain has a biological limit. There is a concept in economics called the law of diminishing returns. It states that after a certain point, adding more effort results in smaller and smaller gains, until eventually the returns become negative. Your brain works the same way. Research from Stanford University showed that productivity per hour drops sharply when a person works more than 50 hours a week. In fact, someone who works 70 hours achieves almost nothing more than someone who works 55 hours. Those extra 15 hours? They are waste. They are mistakes that you will have to fix later. Think about your own life. Think about those days where you forced yourself to grind until midnight. Were you doing your best work? Or were you just staring at the screen, clicking tabs, and making bad decisions because your prefrontal cortex was fried? When you refuse to rest, you are not hacking the system. You are just borrowing energy from tomorrow with a high interest rate. And eventually the debt collector comes. That debt collector is named burnout. History is full of people who changed the world, not by grinding 18 hours a day but by doing less. Charles Darwin, the man who discovered evolution, only did focused work for about 4 hours a day. The rest of his time? He walked. He napped. He wrote letters. Albert Einstein was famous for staring into space and playing the violin in the middle of the workday. These people understood a secret that we have forgotten. Creativity needs space. Your brain has two modes, the focused mode and the diffuse mode. Focused mode is when you are grinding, executing tasks. Diffuse mode is when you are daydreaming, showering, or walking. Here is the kicker. The diffuse mode is where the magic happens. It is where your brain connects dots, solves complex problems, and generates big ideas. When you obsess over productivity, you are constantly in focused mode. You are squeezing your brain so hard that it can't breathe. You are killing your best ideas before they even have a chance to be born because you are too busy replying to emails. True genius looks a lot like laziness to the untrained eye. So, if we stop trying to be productive, what should we do instead? Do we just lie on the couch and do nothing? No. The antidote to toxic productivity is essentialism. Productivity asks, how can I do more things in less time? Essentialism asks, what is the most important thing I can do right now, and how can I eliminate everything else? It is not about doing more. It is about doing less but better. Imagine your energy is like a flashlight. If you try to light up a whole room doing 10 tasks at once, the light is dim and weak. You can barely see anything. But if you focus that beam into a laser pointer doing one essential task, you can burn through steel. You need to become ruthless with your time. You need to learn the power of the word no. Say no to the meeting that could have been an email. Say no to the side project that you don't actually care about. Say no to the pressure to monetize every single one of your hobbies. When you clear away the clutter, the busy work, the social expectations, the digital noise, you create space for the things that actually move the needle. You create space for deep work. Finally, I want to leave you with a radical idea. You do not need to earn your rest. We have this toxic belief that rest is a reward, that we can only relax after the work is done. But the work is never done. There will always be another email. There will always be another dish to wash. If you wait until you are finished to rest, you will never rest. You need to view rest not as a reward but as a biological necessity. Like breathing. You don't earn the right to inhale by exhaling enough times. You just breathe. Start scheduling non-doing time. Time with zero agenda. Time to just sit. Time to just be. In the Italian culture, they have a phrase, il dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing. It is not laziness. It is an art form. It is the ability to enjoy the passing of time without needing to fill it with production. At the end of your life, when you are lying on your deathbed, you are not going to look back and wish you had cleared your inbox. You are not going to wish you had worked more weekends. You are going to remember the moments of connection, the moments of stillness, the moments of joy. Stop measuring your days by how many items you crossed off a list. Start measuring them by how present you were. Stop trying to be productive. Start trying to be alive. If this video resonated with you, I want you to do something counterintuitive. Do not click on the next video. Put your phone down. Close your laptop. And for the next 10 minutes, just do nothing. See you next time.